Hello and welcome to the Whiskey Closet. My name is Kevin and tonight we have a very special edition of the Whiskey Closet. This is Beyond the Closet. Here's the story. My friend Matt wanted to set up a blind and he wanted me to film it for the channel. Matt has a very impressive collection of bourbons, so selfishly, I'm not gonna say no, am I? Also, what a super nice thing to do. Thank you, Matt, you're the best. Matt watched the Whiskey Closet episodes, trying to figure out my palate so that he could design this tasting around what he thought I would enjoy, which was amazing. And yeah, he succeeded, as you'll see. He kind of does a theme. All the bourbons are right at or above 120 proof, right around that point. And they are all, for the most part, high rye bourbons. And the winner was a very big surprise. And a lot of what happens along the way, and my attempt at rating them, is also a very big surprise. So let's roll it. Let's do it. Just gonna keep looking at you.
Don't look at me, look at the camera.
It's super awkward. That's proofy. Caramely, maybe? A little nutty. Oh, that's good. That's really nice. Oh, I know what one of these is, because you told me, right?
Oh, that's right. You have one.
One of these is the Knob Creek, what do they call it? Barrel Select?
Store pick.
Store pick. So that's going to be a whole thing. That's going to be, every time I sip one of these, I'm going to be like, is it the Knob Creek? And this one could be the Knob Creek. It's got a little nuttiness to it. It's proofy. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, number 2. Whoa. That's crazy subtle by comparison. Okay. When I first stuck my nose in there, it's like there was nothing in there. Whoa. That goes for a while. Ooh. Big barrel, too.
A little spicier.
Yeah.
It's a dramatic change.
Finish is like sparkly barrel. Is that like cherry, maybe? It starts really light, not very sweet. And then it gets a little proofy, maybe. Something. And then all that barrel impact hits. And it gets spicy and almost dry, but then it gets crazy sweet. And it finishes in this like ridiculously sweet spot, which is really unusual. Bourbons don't usually finish sweet. They usually finish with like that barrel impact and sweetness up front. This is almost backwards. Oh, so I was saying cherry, but now I'm getting rye. Whoa. This is a very interesting collection you have prepared here. Wow, I like that nose a lot. That's got some interesting, like, sticky dark fruit notes. That lasts a while too.
Yes.
Nice finish. That's doing 2 things I like. It's got this like a black tea kind of note sometimes, but now I think it almost has more to do with the mouthfeel. You get this like really soft thing right at the front of the palate. Like the second it hits the tongue, the soft thing. Weller 107 does that, and this is really reminding me of that same right at the front. This is gonna be hard. This is gonna be really hard to like pick a preference in this. Yeah. Number 4 smells amazing too. That's like deep, rich caramel kind of notes. Either 1 or 4 is the Knob Creek. Maybe. I have no idea. Oh. It might be 4. It's got that very waxy peanut, and then the finish is that also kind of waxy peanut finish. Oh,
That's my favorite thing about your videos. Is the Kevin reaction.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Okay, number 5. What in the world? That is very delicate. I don't know what to make out of this one. Maybe kind of dusty corn territory. Wow.
That one goes.
That. What? I can't wait to find out what these are.
That one does go.
Oh, I'm honestly torn on this. The nose has got that kind of almost nail polish. It's not all the way to nail polish, but it's in that territory. It doesn't have like the richness that a lot of these had, the nuttiness in the last one. So it just kind of hits a little astringent.
It's almost
I want to say helium or like balloon.
Oh, a balloon. Yeah, like a little bit of rubber.
But without.
Yeah.
Because I see what you're saying with nail polish, because the alcohol being with it.
Yeah. Yeah, a little kind of a rubber. Oh, that's a great way to think of it. I never thought of it that way before. Yeah, and it's got a young smell to it. You get that kind of corn thing happening. But then the palate is just like, forget everything you just thought you knew. That stood out the most. It's just very different. Kind of a different category. That's good. Okay, that was fun. Now I have to try to figure out a preference. Oh, going back to one after all of this now? Kind of like a red berry almost sort of thing. There's something crazy sweet and oh my gosh, that's lovely. This is 5 samples is a little hard. One of the things I've noticed is, and even with 3, it takes a while before you can like zero in on the flavor notes. Every time you come back to it, you start to pick out different things. It really does take a while before you center in on what you think you're experiencing. And sometimes like it's really quick because there's only a couple really predominant notes, and other times it's like this real swing you go on. So the more things you taste, the harder it is to settle into something. There's a fruity thing happening in glass 2 that I don't think I've ever tasted before. Ooh, 3 is like big rye spice on the finish. That's like almost rye bread on the finish. Oh, these are all amazing.
Different too.
It's totally different than any of the other ones, which might be almost sort of preferencing it unfairly just because it's a standout. But right now I feel like it's like at the front at the moment in terms of like preference. And I think this is the Knob Creek still. I'm sticking with it. That's the Knob Creek. This one is currently the leader. There's still, I think the first pass where I was thinking that was nutty, that's holding true. To the point where like it could be the Knob Creek too. These are similar, I think. The same kind of space is the way that they're presenting at least. It seems too sweet. I'm getting like a little like berry notes in it and like a lot of sweetness like the whole way through, which is why I'm thinking that it's not the Knob Creek, but they're similar. So those are both, and they're both amazing. 2 is weird. I think it's weird good though. And this one is very subtle, but 5 was my favorite. And then let's say 4, 2, 1, 3. Arbitrary, honestly. Arbitrary.
We'll go bottom up.
Yeah.
So 3 first.
Yeah.
We're about to find out.
All right, here we go.
Number 3.
What?
That's the one you're looking for?
Yeah.
No way.
I was totally wrong on that.
I was totally wrong.
And I put it in last place.
Let's have some bangers ahead of it.
Yeah. No. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Which one? A121. What?
What's the proof?
It is 123.6. 4 Roses barrel strength. This is a single barrel. It is 61%. 10 years. No shit. Especially selected by the bourbon enthusiast. OBSQ. 35% rye mash.
You're right on the rye on that one.
Nice. OBSQ, they say floral, rose petal, spicy, and medium body. What? No! 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 Number 4 is Larceny Barrel Proof. It's 123.8 proof. Larceny Barrel Proof beat ECBP?
I'm surprised you didn't
No!
do it.
Yeah, me too. Oh, that's the one I thought was Knob Creek, too.
It's so
You were right about the sweetness. And
What? No. You must have been so happy. It's Nashville Barrel Company. It's a different pick. This is the Jackson 7. What is it? It's 5 years old. It's straight bourbon whiskey. Did I read it wrong?
Jackson
The Jackson 6. That was our order. This is an absolutely shocking result. If you had asked me to rank these, I never would have put them in this order. Never in a million years. This one's a wild card, though. I would have had no idea what that was. Hey, welcome back to the Whiskey Closet for a little post-game chat here. That was an incredible experience. Thank you again, Matt. There were some very big surprises in that. Probably the most memorable surprise of all is how the Larceny beat out the ECBP. If you don't know, Larceny and ECBP, which is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, they both come from the same distillery, which is Heaven Hill, and they are both their like very special, only a couple times a year releases, barrel proof products that everybody's always very excited to get their hands on. I've never managed to own a bottle of these, and they're absolutely on my wish list, so every chance I get to taste them is always very exciting. And when I've had them in the past, I've loved the ECBP, and I've also enjoyed the Larceny Barrel Proof too. But the fact that Larceny won in this tasting was the first big surprise, and I think I'll probably do some follow-up episodes to explore that more. That Nashville Barrel Company winning, I don't know if I'd go so far as to say it's a surprise, because it turns out that that is a very special pick. And picks are very fun for that reason. Sometimes they can be absolutely amazing. That one came from the Rochester Elite Barrel Pickers group, and wow, is it good. Another surprise for me, though it probably shouldn't be, was how much I really loved the Four Roses. The one here was the High Rye Four Roses, and it was great. I really enjoyed it. I learned a few things too, some things to work on for the future. Having an audience really gave me stage fright. My short-term memory was absolutely gone. I'm not sure I ever completely dialed in the flavor profile of all 5 things. 5 was a lot in that setting. So, man, it was an incredible experience. It was so fun. I wouldn't put any stock in my ratings from that night, though. It'll be really fun to explore some of those bourbons again in the future and see if they come out in the same place. I mean, they might. I definitely tried my best and had an amazing time doing it. One of the other really interesting things for me was the fact that the 2 Heaven Hill products, the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof and the Larceny Barrel Proof, both came across to me as so nutty that I thought they were the Jim Beam, which is famously known for being nutty. And the Jim Beam itself, I didn't actually call out any nutty on it, which is interesting. I think that that specific pick is actually pretty tamped down on the nuttiness, which probably helps to explain that. But boy, I was shocked at how much nuttiness I was getting from the Heaven Hill products, which, to be fair, I don't have a lot of experience with, which made that whole tasting just that much more fun. Man, what a good time. I can't thank Matt enough. It was such a fun thing to do. It was especially fun that they were tasting along with me as we did it. Maybe I'll do more things like that in the future. So thanks again for watching. This has been another episode of The Whiskey Closet, this one Beyond the Closet, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye. Okay, we're back for round 2. One of these is what was number 5, which was my favorite, which was the Nashville. And 2 of these are brand new, and let's find out which one's the best. Okay, here we go. That's a new one. What is in number 2? Okay. White Wilson. Do you want some bourbon? And that's the Nashville. Did I get it right?
I'm not telling you.
Good. Don't tell me. I love that nose. The nose on number 3, because now this tastes like the Nashville that I have, which has this like very strong rye note paired with this like interesting sweetness, which last round I didn't get at all. And I don't know for sure if this is the Nashville. I'm always wrong. Every time I think I know something, I'm wrong. Yeah, the thing about that glass is that the upfront notes are unreal. I've never had anything that tastes like that. And then the way that it finishes, kind of a funky barrel, which is not, it's not bad, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's just a little funky. The finish is a little funky. Get out of here. This has been a night of long finishes. It's that 120 proof, maybe. I don't know. I think my palate's shot. Well,
Buttery.
in the last round. Ooh. like through the whole
Yeah,
palate.
all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It stays like it's
Yeah.
like doing
And
cartwheels
everything else is
around
there
the
is on
butter.
top of it.
Yeah. Number 2 is amazing. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Good idea, Joe. Hey, I did something right for once. It's the Nashville.
Well,
did you change it? It's a different one.
It's a different Nashville.
It's the Oh no, you.
different group pick. That's so
Oh
fast.
my God. Nashville Charred Barrel, 6 years old. All right. And therefore,
Therefore,
Kevin's
back-to-back champs.
still the favorite.
Jackson 6.
Wow. This has been another episode of The Whiskey Closet, but not in the Whiskey Closet. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye. Video over.